Hello and welcome to the Facilitator orientation video of Medical Assistant Specialist MAS program. The purpose of this training video is to be a companion for implementing our e-learning program. It is intended to be a job aid come a quick to-do kit for the facilitators who conduct the MAS classes. This training video is categorized into 4 parts. They are Part 1, Program Introduction, Part 2, Facilitator Requirements, Part 3, Program Procedures, and Part 4, Providing Lesson Feedback. Let's start with the first part, Program Introduction. This part covers the flipped learning methodology and the program structure. The Medical Assistant Specialist or MAS program focuses on the basic clinical skills required for a medical assistant. It includes infection control, medical and surgical asepsis, assisting with general examination, minor surgery procedures, and medical specialties, handling first aid and emergencies, obtaining blood and urine specimens, common diagnostic tests, and pharmacology. Vadhwani Foundation implements a learner-centric flipped learning model to deliver the courses. What is a flipped learning model? This model is a reversal of traditional mode of teaching. Here, the students are provided access to instructional material outside of classroom via lecture videos or e-learning modules. The class time is used to seek clarifications from instructors, collaborate with peers, and practice applying the concepts. The time in class is also used to check students' understanding of the concepts and extend their learning. How does the program work? Vadhwani Foundation has created e-learning lessons for the clinical skills concepts in collaboration with subject matter experts from community colleges. Then students take up the e-learning lessons at home or in the classroom. This is termed as the pre-class session. This builds their conceptual knowledge. Then the students take up hands-on and procedural activities to practice the concepts in the classroom. This is termed as the in-class session. Here they reflect upon the activities with feedback from the facilitator and peers. Finally, the students' understanding of the concepts is tested using precise assessments, contexts, and scenarios. This is termed as the post-class session. This is taken up either at home or in the classroom. Let's move on to Part 2, Facilitator Requirements. This part covers the role of the facilitator, technical requirements, and checklists. The facilitator's role involves 4 areas: attendance, attentiveness, assessment, and activities. Let's look at them individually. Attendance. To ensure correct attendance, the facilitator must register the students online. This is a one-time task and monitor the attendance of sessions. Attentiveness. To ensure attentiveness of the students, the facilitator must probe if the students are attentive during the in-class sessions and check if the students are understanding the concepts. Assessments. To successfully implement assessments, the facilitator must monitor post-class tests, assess activity-based tests, and update the scores. Activities. The facilitator must ensure active participation during the in-class activities, provide adequate feedback, and coach the students as required. Here are the technical requirements to run a course in a classroom. Desktops or laptops with 1 to 2 GB RAM, minimum 2 GHz processors, 500 GB hard disks and web browsers. Internet connectivity with a minimum bandwidth of 512 kbps, UPS or power backup of minimum 1 kVA capacity with 230 V input for uninterrupted power during the lessons, projectors with minimum XGA resolution, fixed white screens for projecting the content, speakers with minimum 40 watt amplifiers, pens and notepads for the various in-class activities, room setup with chairs and desks for specific activities. Note: please conduct a mock session before the training to ensure all equipment are in place. Here are a few checklists that will help the facilitators to successfully carry out the sessions. These provide the must-do activities during the implementation of the courses. The checklists include general checklist, pre-class checklist, in-class checklist, and a post-class checklist. First is a general checklist. You must have these documents ready before the start of the lesson. Student list. This document is provided as an Excel sheet in the folder provided to you. Attendance sheet. This document is also provided as an Excel sheet in the folder provided to you. Student handouts of the lesson. Facilitator guide of the lesson. The student handouts and the facilitator guides can be downloaded from the portal. Before we move forward, you can see and familiarize yourself with the student list and attendance sheet documents available in the folder. Next is the pre-class checklist. Here are the must-do tasks for the session. Take attendance. Clarify the expectations and purpose of the session. Ensure the task sheets for the lesson are completed by the students. Ensure the resource sheets are accessible and are used by the students. Please note that students can take up the pre-class session at home or in classroom. Next is the in-class checklist. Here are the must-do tasks for the session. Ensure classrooms are available for the session. Take attendance. Provide copies of skill sheets for every activity. Discuss the task sheets filled in pre-class. Ensure participation of all students in the class activities. And provide adequate feedback to the students. Finally, here is the post-class checklist. The must-do tasks for the session are: introduce the students to the post-class activities of scenario-based questions and check your learning questions. Take attendance. Explain the retake and review options and document the assessment scores. Students can take up the post-class session at home or in class. Let's move on to part 3, Program Procedures. This part covers registering students and facilitators and procedure for accessing lessons. Registering students to the portal is an important task. It is a one-time activity, and once registered, the students can access the program from the portal. The same steps are used to register facilitators as well. Here are the steps. You can open a web browser now and follow the steps you will see in the next few screens to complete the registration. Step 1. Type http://raised-to-a-job.us in the address bar of your web browser. Step 2. Click on the Register button on the top right corner of your screen. Step 3. Fill up the registration form with all the relevant information and click Register. Step 4. You will see the following screen and will be asked to check email for confirmation. Step 5. Click on the activation link in the email and log in with the username and password. Once logged in, you can start accessing the lessons. The student registration document available in the Documents folder contains the stepwise procedure for registering the students. Please take a printout and use it as a job aid. You can also share the document with the students for self-registration. Now let's look at the procedure to access lessons in the program. Step 1. Type http://raised-to-a-job.us in the address bar of your web browser. Step 2. Select Login on the top right corner of the website. Step 3. Enter your username and password in the respective fields and click Login. Step 4. Mouse over on Courses link in the main menu, then mouse over the Healthcare link and click on Medical Assistant Program. Step 5. Select Clinical Skills on this page to see the module list as a drop-down menu. Click on Enroll for this course to access the modules. Step 6. Click on the Module Name tab to see the lessons or units of the module in a drop-down list. Click on the lesson to access it. Step 7. Once you enter the lesson, you will see 4 tabs: Pre-class, In-class, Post-class, and Facilitator Guide. Click on Pre-class first. It begins in a new tab. Follow the same procedure to access in-class and post-class sessions. Understand the instructions provided in the lesson to navigate through the topics. Step 8. Click on the Facilitator Guide to open it in a new tab. You can download the PDF onto your computer. You must follow this procedure to access all the lessons in this program. The Program Access document, available in the Documents folder, contains the stepwise procedure for accessing the lessons. Please take a print and use it as a job aid. You can also share the document with the students. Let's move on to Part 4, Providing Lesson Feedback. This part covers the procedure to provide feedback for the lessons. You will receive an email titled MAS Feedback Form. Click on the link provided to view the form. The feedback form opens in a new tab. Fill all the fields in the form and click Submit to complete the procedure. This concludes the video. Mail us at the emails shown on the screen if you have any queries. Thank you for watching.